Out there is a man who needs you. He sits at home, weak, unsuccessful, unhappy. He feels like a loser, frustrated, poor, his self-esteem destroyed. The weight of his debts crushes him. He drowns his sorrows in alcohol or suppresses them with drugs. Maybe he just distracts himself with meaningless games or lies in bed, always depressed. Perhaps he stuffs himself with fast food. Maybe he relieves himself daily with porn. Maybe he takes sleeping pills so he has to endure his worthless, miserable existence as little as possible. He hates himself and his life. He's simply broken. His many bad experiences with women have burned him. He hasn't taken care of himself in a long time. Why should he? He stinks and is fat. He knows that losing weight wouldn't help anyway. It would only bring him more stress, more disappointments, with eternally dissatisfied women whom he can never please. He can't meet the many demands and conditions of women. He's hopeless. Occasionally, he has wondered if it wouldn't be better to end his life. But he lacks the courage for that too. If he did kill himself, only his parents or the landlord would notice. There's no one with whom he could or would share his suffering because no one cares how he's doing. He doesn't even get the idea to approach someone. He's a man, and men deal with pain on their own. That's normal. It's taken for granted. The man knows he can never show vulnerability to a woman because she won't respect him anymore. So he swallows his tears, his anger, his frustration. Tragically, he's a good man with a good heart. He's intelligent and talented. There's a lot of good in him. If he were slim and well-groomed, he'd be an attractive man who has much to give and wants to give from the heart. But his dreams of the woman of his life died long ago. His heart has become pitch black, hard as stone. Once he believed in love. But that's long past. So this is your man, your perfect partner. He misses you terribly without knowing it. There's this hole in his soul where you should be but aren't. If you were to meet him, if you saw him, you'd turn away in disgust, repulsed. You'd think, what a weakling, what a loser, how ugly he is. What could he offer me? He can't even treat me to a nice meal in an appropriate restaurant. How is he supposed to take care of me, protect me, and give me what I need? His apartment is so small and shabby. Or he can't even afford that. Still lives with his parents, a mama's boy. No, he's a nobody worse than that. He's scum. He has no self-control. He's a monster, a danger. Someone you have to run away from to stay safe. A disgusting guy who smells awful. Why should you bother dealing with such an ape? No, you're a princess. An 11 out of 10. You deserve only the best. That's why you're constantly chasing after a fuckboy who uses your body to satisfy himself and his ego. He's got it all. Strong, handsome, successful, confident. He has that charisma, that certain something. He treats you badly, calls you a slut. That's what you like. It turns you on. He already has a wife and a few affairs, but that's precisely what makes him attractive. He's desired, so you want him too. It flatters your ego and is like balm for your unstable self-esteem. Above all, he has a lot of money, and that's what matters in the end. You settle only for what you think you deserve and won't sell yourself short. Maybe you're also magically attracted to a sex offender. He too is surrounded by a particularly strong, intense aura that has something diabolical and disreputable about it. It's not for nothing, they say, like attracts like. Or you look for a dumb victim you can destroy, drain and bleed dry. Some fool you can ruin who still serves you obediently and clings to you. You can treat him however you want. Humiliate, exploit, lie to, cheat on, steal from, test, torment. He stays loyal to you. And that's accurately why he doesn't deserve any better, you think. Cheating becomes even more fun that way. So there he is, the man of your life, your great love. He once stood before you and smiled at you, but you pushed him away, rejected him. He was far below your level. Someone like you, clearly, he doesn't deserve and will never get. You're way up in the penthouse, while he's down in the dirt, so far away that you can only see him with binoculars if you lean out the window. After all, it's always all about you. You want a man to make you happy. Why should you want to make a man happy? No, you only want a man who is already happy and shares his happiness with you. The other way around is out of the question. That's absolutely unacceptable. You don't need that at all. And yet, he would have been your dream prince. You are the key to his castle. You could have awakened him with a kiss, made him a better person. For you, he would have fetched the stars from the sky. The best in him would have come to light through you. The light of your love would have shone and made our world a more beautiful place. He would have become the strong, confident, successful hero, the man you've always wanted, but who seemingly doesn't exist because all the men you've been involved with were different, were somehow pigs, egotists, or indeed losers. But why? Because all men are like that, you think. But maybe some were because that's what your low, sick ego wanted. Others because you treated them so badly because you didn't believe in them, didn't support them, but exploited and destroyed them. Maybe evil has a firm grip on you, and you just don't get it. Maybe you think you're a queen because you've been told that your whole life, been treated that way, but in truth, you're just a disaster. Out there is this man who sought you, who would have needed you, the man whose life you would have gilded, the man who would have returned your love and loyalty 100-fold, 1,000-fold. But now he's merely a lost soul among many. He has withdrawn and wants nothing more to do with women and love. Maybe someday, out of hatred, he'll set out to overcome the misery. Then anger will fill the hole where your love should have flowed in. Then he'll become a fuckboy, or someone who mistreats women, and maybe then you'll finally come together. But then he'll be like all the others. There are things that can be repaired, and there are things that will never be the same as they once were. It's easy to destroy something, but very hard to build and maintain something good. The basis of a good relationship, commonalities, a deep friendship, and projects you work on together, a task that holds you together and helps you grow together. Sincere affection, respect, and appreciation are crucial. True, lasting love can only arise and endure in goodness. It's not about just sacrificing yourself and exhausting yourself on a person to whom you can't give what they need. What matters is that the keys fit. We all know that it's not necessarily easy. Not everyone is lucky enough to have the right partner fall into their lap. To meet the proper partner, it's best to turn to our Father God. No one can match partners better. He's just waiting for you to ask him and put it in his hands. But that can only work if you're open and give the man he introduces to you a chance, because he may not meet your expectations. I sincerely wish that you accept and implement this in time. Don't forget, the clock is ticking. Good luck.